You'd think with all these gangers getting fragged on synthetic booze, security would slack off a little. But no, these Hartsworn are wound up tighter in a troll corpo's necktie. Can't get my little friend airborne with all these eyes around. Hell, half of them probably got cyber eyes anyway. Just gotta keep sharp and hope something changes.
Sometimes, the best way up is down. I mean, what castle or palace doesn't have a dungeon full of secrets below it? And there definitely appears to be a way down below this old place. At the very least, there's bound to be somewhere Chuck can release his drone, right?
Guard on the west side. Seems good enough with her hardware. Not fully trained, though. She's also made a few rookie mistakes just since I've been watching her. Yeah, I could work with that. Okay, Nagi. Time to brush off that smooth, strong, silent type charm that always leads to... Ugh, who am I kidding? This is probably gonna blow up in my face worse than a subderm microcharge.
Now you stay put, Rufus. Mommy's gonna do a little disappearing act. Honestly, the things I do for work these days. Time was, I'd have been leading seminars on practical applications of Hermetic theory. Now I'm skulking about like some sort of, well, like some sort of Shadowrunner, I suppose.
Following Mr. Brightsmile down into the dark of this place reminds me of that run in Detroit, except the rats were smaller there and less glowy. Oh, wonderful. Here we go, running into a guard right off the jump.
Funny thing about security types, they're the exact opposite of the executive class. With the suits upstairs, the go-to approach is always about making them feel powerful, important, like they're the only essential and singular entity in the room. But down here in the trenches, down here it's about respect, recognition. It's as much about remembering names and minute details as it is about displaying power. Take my new friend here. His name is Razor. He's a CrashZone kid, born and raised. So, yeah, we could spin up a SecGuard protocol on him, but I think that would be the wrong approach. CrashZone natives are different from Corp Security in all the ways that matter. Corp Security is loyal to the paycheck. They'll die for the company, sure, but only because that's what the contract says. But these people are loyal to the change. The king didn't just give them jobs, he gave them purpose. In corporate, we spent millions on loyalty programs and team building exercises. Meanwhile, this guy turned a wasteland into a community just by giving people a chance to be proud of something. Hard to fake that kind of dedication. Impossible, really. Well, I mean, I can fake that. But a kid like Razor is swept up in something so potent that it doesn't take much to take his eyes completely off the old sports ball. Just takes a few compliments on how smoothly and safe things are running down here. And of course, some simple and elegant neuro-linguistic micro-suggestions that implant that we are super sympathetic to the king, and boom, Razor is showing us around the parking garage full of potential escape vehicles.
Okay, Nahi, let's keep it casual. Super casual. All right, now let her get a good look at your gear. There you go. Yeah. Take a good look at that fine Ares craftsmanship and technology. Oh. Hi there. What? You're asking me about my guns? Oh, you mean these old things? Nice, very casual. Now, casually imply that she can try out your guns, the ones that she's fangirling over. Oh, really? You have a shooting range here we can use? No way. It's on the 3rd floor, huh? That's amazing. Let's go. Huh, this is going well. Too well, maybe? Honestly, I don't usually get this far. Man, if I'm being real, it's been a long time since I've felt comfortable enough to even put myself out there. You know? Seems like it was always career first. Oh, yeah. Nahi, the fierce warrior. I could face down any enemy. But the one enemy I couldn't face down was me. And then, well, after what happened in Aslan, let's just say I'm not just protecting myself here. I mean, hurt people, right? So true. But Tara, yeah, she just seems so, I don't know, so grounded. Believe it or not, she grew up here. She grew up in the crash zone. I can't even begin to imagine what that would be like. The hardships she must have faced. Alone. But she just seems to have this good heart. You know? Maybe it's silly, but yeah, she just has this way of making me believe in second chances. I don't know. You can really see it in the way that she smiles. Come to think of it, she's actually smiling a lot right now. Yeah, she's smiling. So, oh man. I really don't want to ruin things. Oh my god, what do I do next? Come on, Nagi. Get it together. Casual. Keep it casual.
Oh my... These rusted stilettos. Their auras are absolutely swimming with loyalty to the king. Genuine loyalty, not the magically induced kind. How fascinating and potentially problematic.
Every security guard has a passion. Find it, and you found your way in. It seems our friend Razor's passion is firearms and shooting things with firearms. So, yeah, I can work with that.
Garage is pretty bare. A few bright spots, all pre-crash. I can work with that. Setups are rudimentary at best. I suppose you don't need much in the way of security features when you're parked under the King's Palace, right? So, yep. Give me 3 minutes with my diagnostic deck, and any and all of these are as good as, borrowed, temporarily. With every intention to return it, eventually.
3rd floor shooting range. Clean lines, good setup. Nice. Tara's got decent form. Like, as a marksman, I mean. But her left elbow's too high. Makes it easy to scooch in behind to adjust her stance. Nope! Stay focused. Casual, girl. Keep it casual. She's the one falling in love. Not you. Get it together. Okay. Right. The box is 2 floors up, and this isn't a real training session. Or a real date. Stay frosty, Nagi. I mean, like, if this was a real date, I wouldn't go and start things off at the shooting range, okay? Everyone knows the shooting range is where you end the evening. I mean, that's obvious, right? Yeah. That way there's enough time beforehand to set up a heart-shaped target made out of long-stem red roses, to tweak the sound system to play the playlist I curated for her at the perfect volume, and to mount a spotlight above the basket featuring a selection of her favorite artisanal chocolates and ammunition. Yes, the ammunition is also artisanal. What is this? Amateur hour? Come on.
Now, this is interesting. When I was in corporate demolitions assessment, purely for construction purposes, of course, we called this kind of setup a contingency restructuring plan. Remote detonator means someone's keeping their options open. Professional work, too. They've hit all the load-bearing sweet spots. Best not to mention it to Razor for now. No need to worry the kid. Okay, let's consider this from a risk management perspective. Downsides. Obvious total structural failure, probable burial in rubble, almost certain death. Upsides, excellent distraction potential, guaranteed escape route through structural damage, and a rather effective way to erase evidence of our visit. The fascinating question is who placed them? If it was the King's people, this is a dead man's switch, some kind of final insurance policy. But if it wasn't, well, in corporate, we called this leveraging existing infrastructure for unexpected value generation. Though usually that meant hostile takeovers, not actual explosives. The principle remains sound, though, even if the stakes are slightly more explodey.
These charges, standard det cord setup, remote trigger, someone's planning one hell of a renovation project, and I don't think they filed the proper permits. Still, I can easily override these if it comes down to it. Why not make someone else's insurance work for us?
Well, if one must eavesdrop, one might as well enjoy oneself. Though I do wish these young people would play something with a proper rhythm. What do you mean, okay, Gen Alpha? I heard that, Rufus. Oh my, they really have gone all out, haven't they? The astral space is absolutely swimming with emotions, All that hope and fear and ambition swirling together like oil in a puddle. Quite pretty, actually. You know, Rufus, darling, there's something wonderfully liberating about dancing when no one can see you. What's that, Rufus? No, I absolutely am not getting dizzy. That's quite insulting. I'm a trained professional magical practitioner. Oh dear, perhaps I should stop spinning.
Ah, subway tunnels, the arteries of any great city. Hard to tell if this place was ever completed, though my boy Razor is convinced that the tunnels eventually lead all the way back to Seattle. That's some real nice trivia, but I hate to imagine how dire things would have to get for us to consider an escape plan that involves skulking through miles of abandoned and unexplored subterranean tunnels full of critters and whatever else. Yeah, that's just a whole different game altogether.
I can talk about pre-crash tech all day, S.A. Razor's not going to stop some gearhead from taking a look at the abandoned trains, right? Especially not when, oh look, I'm not listening and I'm already down the stairs. Huh, something about this place is itching in all the wrong places, though. Can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I've been here before. Not in some screwball past life thing. Nah. You know, maybe not like remembering something that's happened, but more like remembering something that hasn't happened yet. Well, you know what old Chuck says about deja vu? If it was worth remembering, you'd remember it right the first time.
Welp, okay. Yeah. Turns out my dating skills are just about as good as I remember. Thanks to me being, well, me. Tara's pulling the plug on this little meet cute. That leaves me with option 1, go back downstairs like a good little guest. Or option 2, quick and decisive neutralization with extreme prejudice, hide her body in a supply closet, use maintenance access to reach 5th floor. Ugh, this is why you're still single. The box is right there, just up those escalators. Gotta think quick. It's not like I can just pause on a cliffhanger and come back to this later.
Whoa, movement in the dark. Sending my baby out to... Hold up. Whoa, what is that? My drone's down! That ain't good. That ain't good at all.
I don't suppose anyone's interested in a quick negotiation? Was that a maybe? I'll take that as a maybe then.
Razor's down! What are those things? Oh, this could be going way better, man.